One of the craziest ideas that our culture is putting out these days is the idea that parents should just sort of let their kids do whatever they want to do. The parents shouldn't give their kids too much guidance or try to teach them anything, as far as absolute truth goes, but that they should let their kids sort of discover their own way and discover their own path and follow their own hearts. And this is a very, very dangerous idea. The Bible teaches that if you're a Christian parent, you should do everything you can to transfer your values to your kids. In Deuteronomy 6, Moses gives this instruction to parents. He says, "And you must commit yourselves wholeheartedly to these commands that I'm giving you today. Repeat them again and again to your children. Talk about them when you're at home and when you're on the road, when you're going to bed and when you're getting up." Moses is cutting against what today's culture would teach us to do. Moses is saying this. Instead of saying, hey, parents, let your kids do whatever you want, let them discover their own truth and their own values, Moses is saying, no, you need to talk about truth. You need to talk about values on a regular basis with your kids. You need to make every effort to transfer your biblical values to your kids. You can't make them accept your values or the Bible's values, what God has to say. You can't force them to pursue God, but parents, you can help them pursue God, and that's part of your job. Proverbs 14 adds to this. It says in verse 11, "The house of the wicked will be destroyed, but the tent of the godly will flourish." There is a path before each person that seems right, but it ends in death. It's interesting that proverb connects those two ideas. This household thing, that if you're godly, you'll flourish in your house. But there's a way that seems right to man, and in the end, it leads to death. So see, in your home, parents, moms and dads, in your home, you need to point out that way. You need to point out the way that leads to death, because your kids naturally, this is very important to understand, parents, your kids naturally are going to follow the path that seems right to them that leads to destruction. So your job as parents, because ultimately you're pastors in the home, you're mentors in the home, your job as parents is to lead them. It's to guide them in the way that is right. It's to transfer your values to your kids and to your teens so that they have every opportunity to embrace what you embrace. So they have every opportunity to believe in what you believe in. Transfer your values to your kids, parents. Make every effort to do this. One of the best ways to do this is to every single week take the time and have family time with your kids. Use those resources online. Pick something out every week with your whole family. Even sometimes go one-on-one with individual kids in your home, because there's no greater way to transfer your values than by talking about your values with your kids. Now, our resources online help you to do just that. So check out the resources below to learn more about how to do that, how to step up and answer this call on your life, parents, to help your kids pursue God by transferring your values, biblical values, from you to your kids in such a way that they can do the same thing for their kids someday. This is what God wants.